supposedly 11 million Mexicans that are in the United States undocumented. He doesn't know where they are. And
Undocumented. He doesn't know where they are.
Mexico is because Mexico now has full employment. In my region.
What's up, Rebels? Back on the horse again. All right, so let me pull up a few things.
To try to
Pull up my Twitter.
That's not to the advantage of the United States.
Let people know on Twitter that I am broadcasting.
People that it gets violent because of the hate.
That remote needs to be cleaned. Okay, Twitter.com. Do. Casting live on Facebook. Link. Where's that bit.ly link at? Oh, I thought it was okay. Why didn't that go over there where I wanted it to? What's up, Benjamin? I will never forget about you guys, Abby. I just took a little break. I know a lot of people's like, why hasn't Jay broadcast? Just took a break. I won't forsake you guys unless I'm no longer here on this earth. Just had to take a break from broadcasting and wanted to give people a chance to miss me, Abby. So hopefully that answers your question. Did not want to super broadcast continuously. But I know you guys missed me, and hopefully we'll get a schedule down. What's about to appoint? Yeah, right. You can't appoint a new me. There's only one J Boss, as you can see from my Twitter account. There's only one J Boss. Anybody after that is counterfeit. What's up, Chris? What's up, Joy? All right, so hold up. I'm just logging in to this and that. Oh, you can see all of my doggone windows. Yeah. Let's move that out of you guys' sight. What's up, Greg? What's up, Eric? All right, so let me just retweet this so people know that I'm broadcasting. Because I did say that if you follow my Twitter, you will get notified when I broadcast. There's a lot of people that the Facebook alerts does not work. I don't know. If you're not following me on Facebook, you should follow me. Go to my profile, click the little follow button, bloop, 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 and you'll get notified every time I broadcast. I don't know if I'm liking the lighting on this, guys. Okay. All right. So we got 20 people. Good. Good. Welcome back to the broadcast, guys. Looks like we have a quorum. My Facebook alert works, Jay. Okay, so how many people have subscribed to me on Facebook, or how many people have followed me on Facebook? And when I broadcast, I just want to do a status check. How many people you guys follow me on Facebook, and then when I broadcast, you get alerted on Facebook that I'm broadcasting. Just say it's working or not working for you, so I know. My Facebook alerts work for you. Okay. We here to stop by and talked about you while you were gone. Of course, I would not be as revered and popular that I am now if I did not have haters. And I want to thank all of my haters for just pushing my name out there, making little comic books about me, all kind of stuff. Thank you, haters. Because of you is because why I am famous. Thank you. Working. Okay, working. Not working for Joy. It's working for Lance. Works for me too. Got a check. Not working. So for some people that has followed me, it works for them, and some people it does not work for. So what I have said before, and not this time. Okay, so what I've said before in a lot of my broadcasts, just so that there's some redundancy there and that you'll be alerted, go over to Twitter and subscribe to me. It's just one button. Follow me on Twitter, and you will get alerted of when I broadcast as well as when I am actually broadcasting. So as for an example today, if you're following Note7Rebels on Twitter, or you're following me on Twitter under @JBoss or @Note7Rebels, I have tweeted out, hey, I'm going to be broadcasting this date and this time. Most of the times I'll usually put that out at least 30 minutes to an hour before, so you get a heads up. And then when I broadcast, I tweet, just like I did just now on my Twitter, that I am live with the link. So you guys know that I'm broadcasting live, right? I know some people don't like Twitter, but that's the only foolproof way that I can guarantee that you guys will get alerted of when I broadcast. And I am considering broadcasting on a new platform, whether it might be Periscope or it might be YouTube Live. So I'm still deciding what I should do. It might be Periscope because I like the platform on Periscope. Anybody that has a Twitter account could get alerted when I'm broadcasting. You can follow me on my Periscope. YouTube is a little complicated. You got to put stuff here and there. I don't know. I might do it there as well. So still trying to work out, what's best. And I think what we should do, we should test out different platforms. So, so tomorrow, when I broadcast, I will be broadcasting from Periscope. If you guys don't know what Periscope is, that is the live broadcasting app that's put out by Twitter. You can log in with your Twitter account, or you can watch as a bystander, and you can follow people that broadcast. I have a broadcasting company that's launching pretty soon. It's called Views. We will be launching this summer in June, and it is a live broadcasting company. We've been working on it for about a year now. We're putting the final touches on what needs to be done. This is it. If you have not signed up to the launch list, go to views.com. Just like it's spelled, it's French for view. That's VUEZ.com. Now, the good thing is when you sign up to our pre-launch list, you will be alerted once we release the app to the public. And the good thing about that is that anybody that signed up to that list and actually signed up to our app when we launch it, you will have a premium Pioneer Platinum account for life. Meaning anything that we release, any updates or any premium features that we give out to paid members down the line, you will have those for free. So it would behoove you to go to views.com, VUEZ.com, and put your email into the alert list so when we launch, you will get notified. And so once that app is launched, I will not be broadcasting on Facebook or Periscope or YouTube Live. I will be broadcasting on my own platform, which is Views, which we've been assembling for the last year and a half now. So yeah, that is the news with Views. Now, if you are just tuning into the broadcast, like I stated before, for those people that were in the beginning of the broadcast, if you want to be alerted when I broadcast, make sure you go over to Twitter and follow me under JBoss. It's real easy, JAYBOSS. If you're not already following me, and make sure you follow us on Note7Rebels Twitter account. So, a lot of developments here within the last week. We had CNBC hit us up. They wanted to interview me and some of our moderators. So there's a story that's coming out pretty soon that will be featuring the Note7Rebels and the movement, and basically how Samsung, treated the whole situation and what we're doing currently. So look out for that. Once that article is published, we'll make sure we get that link out to all the members in the group, so you guys can be a part of that news article. As most of you guys know, most of you guys that started here with me from the beginning of the movement, you know that we've been featured on many different news organizations. We were featured on local news and national news abroad, and a lot of those news links are on the forum. So yeah, make sure you guys check that out. Another announcement is that the app Disabler app is Note7Rebels Disabler app is coming out Friday. I will be releasing that app to the public. We want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to download the Note7Rebels app. Been talking to our developers. One of the reasons why a lot of people might ask, oh, well, why did it take so long for us to get our app done? Well, at first we thought it would take about 2 weeks to get done, but that was very how would I say? It was very, what's the word? It was very ambitious. And we did not know that all the different aspects that went into the app to make it work needed to be programmed, right? And so we programmed this app from the ground up. So that's one of the reasons why it took us so long to get to this point. And if you were following, ambitious, right? It was very ambitious. If you followed us to this point when we said, okay, we want to get this app done quickly, we were really ambitious, thinking that we can get it done, but there's a lot of components and different parts, and then there's a lot of stuff that Samsung, very optimistic, exactly. Samsung controls the keys to their SDK kit. It's very detail oriented. So let me just kind of go down this route with you guys. Remember, I stated to this fact when we released the video on how to stop updates on your BK disabler. And we did Easy Package Disabler, we did Package Disabler Pro, and the last one that I did in December, when I told everybody, I said, guys, this is time sensitive. Make sure you go and get that thing activated and protected, because there's only a small window of when you'll have protection on your phone. And so I stated that at the beginning of the video. I think last time I checked on the video, it had like 8,000 views or something like that. I don't know. Let me double check. And I told you guys, all of these disablers are time sensitive. And the reason why I say it's time sensitive is because Samsung controls, okay, it has almost 7,000 views. The video that I put out about BK Disabler, the Doomsday package, right? Disabler, how to protect your phone from Samsung compromising your phone at that time. And I stated to you guys, like, hey, this is very important. It's time sensitive. Get in while you can, because sooner or later Samsung's going to find out and they're going to block that SDK license. And most of you guys don't know what SDK is. Let me tell you, SDK stands for Software Development Kit. Okay, so there's an SDK kit that Samsung puts out for developers to create apps for their phone. You need that SDK kit to be able to create what you're creating for Samsung to work correctly with the Knox system. And the Knox system is the security protocol file system that's embedded into the core of a Samsung phone. Okay, so a lot of you guys may see Knox, secure folder and stuff like that. That's embedded into the OS kernel of Samsung. So when you are trying to manipulate anything security-wise, you have to go through the Knox system. And the Knox system is dependent on the SDK kit of Samsung. In order to use the SDK kit, you have to register as a developer to get a license. That license itself is controlled by Samsung. So any of the package disabler apps that you guys seen on the store had to get an SDK license to be able to develop an app that would allow that app to become a device administrator. The only way that you can control and manipulate any of the system apps that are on the phone is through Knox system, which allows you to create a device administrator account. Okay, and a device administrator account allows you to disable many system-based packages. So this kind of goes back to what I was saying before, that all of these apps have a different time frame of when they were going to expire in activation, because Samsung controls that process. So let's say, for example, BK Package Disabler, right? The creator of BK Package Disabler, they got an SDK license. They put that code inside of their app to be able to control the device administrator account that allows you to disable system packages. So every time somebody downloads the app and every time somebody installs the app itself, the SDK license generates a unique identifier that grants that device administrator on that phone the ability to manipulate the administrator privileges on that phone. So hopefully that makes sense to you. So when you download BK Disabler or any other disabler app, it says, okay, you have an SDK license now, and when you activate that app, remember in the beginning of the app, when you're installing the app, for those of you guys that have ever installed a package disabler app, you will notice when you open up that app, it'll say, okay, Knox has to be activated and enabled. Do you agree? You press the agree button. Once you press that agree button, then it checks the SDK license and it sends a signal to Samsung to say, hey, you have an app here with this SDK license that needs to have access to a local device administrator account. The Samsung servers will say, yes, this license is good. You can now grant privileges to this app to create an administrator account. And then it sends down another license down on the SDK core of that app. That grants the ability for that app to now become a device administrator. So then you go on to the next step. The app then now has the power to disable anything on the system as a device administrator. This is another way of disabling apps without having a root cause, right? So you, most of you out there might wonder, okay, well, why do people root their phones? Okay, the reason why you will want to root your phone is because it gives you ultimate administrator privileges. That means you can customize anything on the system. It's kind of like jailbreaking your phone. You jailbreak your phone, and that means you can manipulate any of the files of the system on the phone. You can delete anything. You can disable anything. And that's why the root process is the highest form of being able to control your phone the way you want to. But Samsung is one of the only phones that allows you to have a device administrator, meaning having an account that acts as a root level account, but it then grants the access of a root type of user to that device administrator, which then allows the manipulation of disabling all the stuff that needs to be disabled. So, a long story short, is that Samsung, with all of the package disablers that were created, when they seen all of these activations being happening on their server, the server says, hey, this app is now activating this many amount of Samsung Note 7s. That sends a flag to Samsung, and Samsung says, hey, that's way too many activations. There's no Note 7s that should be having this ability to have a device administrator privilege. So then what they do is they cut off that license, that SDK license of the actual app that you're using, whether it be Easy Package Disabler Pro, or BK Package Disabler. Okay? So that part right there is cut off by Samsung. So a lot of people may have asked and they say, oh, well, why is it that Samsung still has control? Well, in the beginning of this conversation that I'm having with you guys, explaining the process technically, hopefully you guys are getting this. Hopefully I'm not going too deep for you. But Samsung ultimately has the control over their software and over the device administrator portion that always reports back to Samsung. This is how they're able to shut off certain apps that use that privilege in device administrator. And so this is why I said in the beginning of the last video that I did on activating BK Disabler, and there were some people that didn't listen, and it was too late. You guys said, "Oh wow, you know what? I'll just wait to do BK Disabler." And I say, "Hey, if you don't get in now, that license will be disabled." And it was disabled on January 10th, guys. So any of you guys that try to use BK Disabler now, it's gone. It's done. Samsung has shut off the SDK license for that package disabler. It doesn't work anymore. Now, if you've already activated before, you should be fine and you won't be compromised. Don't touch it or anything like that. If you've activated on the Easy Package Disabler, BK Package Disabler Pro, you should be good because it's already disabled all the stuff. Now, I do know the problem with BK Disabler. The problem with that is that every time you open up BK Disabler, since it was listed on the App Store, it would then go and find out if you had a license to have the app on your phone after you've activated. So every time you've opened it up, it'll go to the Google Play Store and they'll say, hey, does this person have an active license on their Google Play account? And Google Play will say, yes, they do have a license. It is valid. Go ahead and open up the app. What some of you guys may experiencing now that had BK Disabler is it no longer opens. The reason why it no longer opens for you, it's still protecting your phone. The reason why it no longer opens for you because the app developer was forced by Samsung to remove it off the market. I talked to the actual app developer myself personally, and Samsung forced them to remove the app off the market. So those of you guys that have BK Package Disabler 2.16, yes, it's still doing its job, but you will not be able to open it up and manipulate the packages that you've had on your phone. Now, it's a different story with Easy Package Disabler and Package Disabler Pro, but Package Disabler Pro is not even activating anymore because it's no longer on the App Store. So all of those apps, right, that were using the process of having a license on the App Store, every time you open it up, it'll check and see if you have a license, right? And most of those apps were removed. So now you can't go back in there and uncheck stuff that you want to enable or disable. So hopefully that answers your question. So you know that, oh, wow, you know, my BK Package Disabler is not opening up anymore, or my Easy Package Disabler is not opening up anymore, or my Package Disabler Pro is not opening up anymore. The reason why that's happening is because those apps have been removed from the store and the license is no longer associated with a package that's offered inside of Google Play, and that's why you're running into that problem. The second reason is that the SDK license was revoked by Samsung. But if you've already disabled those apps, then it will you'll still be fine. Now, let's fast forward to our app. Our app uses the same process, and most of you guys were asking, well, how come it took a month to get the app done? Most apps takes more than months to get done. This app that we're releasing out in June, this broadcasting app that we're doing, Views, that took us a year and a half, and we're still building on it. It takes a long time to build a quality-based app. we're getting this app to you within a month span, meaning we're bringing this app to you after a month, after testing and stuff like that. We had to overcome some things and make sure everything was correct, but hopefully we'll be able to release this app to you guys on Friday. With that being said, I want to recognize all the people that contributed to the app and all the people that continue to contribute. I'm going to take out some time for that. Everybody that contributed to building the app and donating and making it happen, I want to give a big thanks and shout out to you guys. It would not be able to be done. We would not be able to pay our programmers to do this app for us if you guys did not pay for the app. So I want to thank a big shout out to all of those people that's watching. Any one of you guys that donated towards getting the app done, making the app happen, giving us the resources and funds that we needed to get it to where it needs to be, give you a big thanks. We also want to give a big shout out to all of the donors. Everybody that's donated in the movement, I want to give a big shout out to our platinum donors. Those are the highest amount of donors that have donated to the movement. Gold donors, our regular donors. You guys are what makes our community thrive, and you are the ones that allowed us to offer our website with no ads on it. We're one of the only forums out there that focuses in on an Android phone, that you don't have to be bombarded by all these pop-ups and all these ads that take you away from the site. We did that and voted on that from the beginning. I wanted to give a thanks out to those that continue to donate. Like we stated before, it's not a one-time donation cause. It's a continuous donation cause to keep things going. So with that being said, thanks to everyone that has contributed to the movement. Secondly, I would like to say that from your donations, we were able to release the first app that we ever released from this community, which is on Google Play Store. If you go to Note7Rebels on Google Play, where's my Google Play icon? You can download the app and be a part of the conversation in the community and talk to other people that are Note7Rebel members. I'm trying to find the Google Play. At first, when we first released the app, you had to type in Note7Rebels all together to make it come up in the Google Play Store. But since we've had so many downloads since then and so many people have supported the movement and downloaded the phone, you can now just type Note7Rebels separately in the store, okay? And I need to update our app, guys. I have an update. This is funny. I created the app with the programmers and I have not installed the update that's available on the store. Check this out. If you type in Note7Rebels on the App Store, just type in Note7Rebels, you will see our app come up. And if you click on that, you will see right here it says 500 downloads. But on the back end panel that I see of all the details of how many people have downloaded, we have at least 1,000 downloads. But it's not going to reflect that until probably next month or so, because it takes some time for the App Store to update the latest statistics on it. Now, we did have a perfect 5.0 in our ratings on this app on the App Store, but there was one person, one of the haters of the Note7Rebels. There was only one person that voted us 4.1 or some 1 star, a hater. Everybody else just voted 5.0. But anyways, it made our rating at 4.9. You know, everybody knows this is an awesome community or whatever. But if you have not downloaded our app yet, go to Google Play and you will see the app on Google Play for free. Once again, this was provided to the community from our donors. All the monies that we received from donations, we poured that right back into the community, and we created an app for everyone. And this last campaign that we did was our own package disabler, which is coming out this Friday. We'll be releasing it, and you guys will be able to use it. Now, back towards that app, I want to say that there is going to be a short time window for you to use the app, just like all the other package disablers, guys. Our app is no different. There's no way around it. Once Samsung finds out that we're activating all of these phones, these Note 7 phones, under our own package disabler, they're going to disable the ability for us to install under that app. So when we release it, I will broadcast live once we release it, and make sure you download it, you get it installed, and you get things working so that you will be able to have the app available to you. Now, I know that other other disablers that were listed inside of your phone, let's say if you're a person that use Easy Package Disabler, it no longer opens up anymore, or if you have Package Disabler Pro, or you have BK Package Disabler, with our Disabler app, I'll show you right now. I have our Disabler app installed on our phone because I've been testing it out. I will show you guys how I have BK Package Disabler on my phone, but it no longer opens, okay? So I have, you see that? BK Disabler. I'm going to open it up, and it's just going to hang. It's going to say, okay, this doesn't have a license to open up, so it says fail. Cannot activate SDK license. You see that? Remember how I talked about this earlier? Hey, I'm gonna syndicate this video on our YouTube channel so other people can be educated on what happens with the SDK license, how it works, so you guys can know exactly what happens. And I'm gonna post this video after the broadcast. So if you miss anything, you're just tuning in now, you want to know the knowledge and the wisdom about how Samsung SDK works and how the package disabler works, you want to rewind this live broadcast and watch it from earlier. But as you can see, I can't even open my BK package disabler anymore because, as I stated before, there's no SDK license there. It's been disabled. However, I can go into our app because Samsung does not know about our app. Samsung does not know that we created our own app, but it will get flagged sooner or later. I'm going to open that up. I stopped seeing the comments. I don't know if anybody's typing or anything like that. I'm probably going to have to pull up the comments on one of my other phones. I know people are probably saying stuff right now. I can't see what you're saying. However, I'm going to open up our app. And this is what our app looks like. It will show you all of the apps that that are disabled, and anything that's checked in green is the anything that's checked in green is the ones that are enabled, right? Anything that has a black X on it, that means it's disabled. Okay, and I think I'm gonna change that. Oh, okay. Oh, there's no comments again. Cool. Everybody's just listening. You guys have learned not to ask me questions while I'm presenting. I got to give you guys a big up, a big clap, because you guys used to just blow me up with questions while I'm presenting. That's awesome. You guys have learned how I do my broadcast. So look, the green checks are the ones that are enabled. This is our package disabler. You guys paid for this app. This is our own custom package disabler created by Note7Rebels. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have our programmers change that black X to a red X, because that's not really defining. I think that's a change that I'm going to make. I'm going to change that to a red X so you know that that's disabled. But this is basically what our app looks like. It'll have links to our website and stuff like that. I don't want to show all of it right now, but I just wanted to give you guys a tidbit, because there were people asking about, oh, where's the progress of the app? We're waiting on the app. So I wanted to explain to you, yes, the app is still coming. We are going to be releasing the app. We had some programming. Feats that we had to overcome. We also had to make sure everything was correctly done. There was no bugs in it. And there's a lot of other stuff that we're putting in the app. One of the things that we're putting in the app is the app donors. you guys will forever be listed inside of that app. Anybody that donated to the app, your name will forever be listed in our own app because you were the ones that paid for it. You were the ones that contributed out of everybody. So I want to thank everyone that contributed to the app development. And I want to re-encourage everyone to continue to support the community by soliciting your donations. Go there and be a part of the Donors Club. There's a lot of benefits that come with the Donors Club. You can submit a ticket for one-on-one help with our technicians. I have helped a lot of people through that process as well. And we've gained success through helping a lot of people get back from 60% to 100%. So there's a lot of people that used our remote reload service, submitted a ticket, and our technicians were able to get them back to 100% and protected. So I want to give a big thanks out to that. So if you have not participated and supporting the community, make sure you go to Note7Rebels.com and click on the donate button and contribute to the movement. Now that I'm over telling you guys about the app and showing you guys just a little tidbit of what we're going to have in our own app and how it's going to work, I now want to move over to talking about what is the future of the Note7 Rebels, okay? And we voted on this, guys. We voted on this. I never make any major decisions without getting the pulse from the community and the voice of the community. I don't believe in running a group like we have here and making all the decisions by myself. I do like to have feedback from everybody on the other side of the screen, which is you, the members that support the Note7 Rebels. There was a lot of things that happened here in January. As you guys know, I confronted Samsung. If you did not know that, you can go over to YouTube and check out the video. It's under my tech channel under Tech Talks with J Boss. Go check out the video. I confronted Samsung. They didn't give a care about us. They didn't care anything that what we did. We tried to confront them. We tried to ask them, hey, you know what? We have thousands of users that still have Note7 devices. We're willing to turn in our devices if you're willing to work with us. They didn't even want to hear that. So it's on the video. You can see it. They tried to call security on me. I did not stay around for them to call security on me. So I left. It wasn't that I ran away. I did not want to be confronted by security. And as you guys well know, black guys, we don't like we don't like having to be confronted by anything that is a police or anything like that, because it can get real ugly real soon. That's just a joke, guys. But I did not want to stay around to be confronted by security, and I was there for the CES convention, and I did not want to get thrown out over that little incident, and I did not want to be compromised. So I left. That's the only reason why I left, or else I would have stayed. Now, looking back on the situation, I should have did that. I should have did that on the last day of the convention at the very last hour. Now, if I would have did that on the very last day of the convention at the last hour, if they would have called security on me, it really didn't matter because the end of the convention is over. If they wanted to throw me out, they could. I wouldn't care because it's the last day and the last hour of the convention. However, most of you guys wanted me to talk to them early on, and so I did that. I should have had a plan to where I was going to confront them all the way out on the last day. But hey, it's spilled milk. We know what has happened. So since that transpired, we then had a very good understanding of how Samsung does business and how they treat their customers. Me specifically, because I had to endure the situation. I sent Samsung emails. I made phone calls to Samsung. I basically told them on behalf of Note7 Rebels what we were trying to do. We did an online petition. Over 1,000 people signed the petition, and Samsung did not care about those 1,000 people. So then we started to say, okay, you know what? We did online petition for Samsung. We contacted Samsung via email many times. We called Samsung, and I even went to the Samsung booth at their convention. Not at their convention, but at their convention stand. I went to them directly and said, hey, you know what? We want to work with you. We are Samsung loyalists at this point. They didn't want to listen to that. They wanted to get me out of their site. They didn't care anything about that. So with that being said, that really made me feel like I don't want... it's just like... is my signal is getting weak? No! Come back, signal! Is my signal getting weak, guys? It's back again. Okay. All right. It said that my signal was getting weak. Anyways, I then stated, why should we promote or support a brand that cares nothing about us? Why should we support a brand that cares nothing about us? Taking those kind risks for us, group calls. I appreciate that greatly. You're welcome, Greg. And so we started to have a conversation of, why are we supporting Samsung? Samsung doesn't support us. They don't care about us. Of course, we'll still continue to use their products and their phones, but not to the level that we had before, where we were feverishly, gosh, dog it. My connection is bad again. Okay, let me see what I can do to better my connection, because I hate that. I guess I got to get closer to the router. The router is way in the other room. So, as you guys know that I usually do, there's some spontaneous moves that I always do around this time. And I'm going to be spontaneous so you guys can... I'm going to move out of my office, and I am going to move in the family room so you guys can stay with me real quick. You'll never see this on another live broadcast. They're well polished, but I have some rough edges here and there. But I'm going to move out of my office into the family room, and because that's closer to the router. So here we go. And I'm moving this spontaneously, so you guys are going to be going with me on this little ride here. Okay. Because I hate when the signal gets weak. So let me move to the family room. They're like, this guy is crazy. He's moving all around, doing all kind of stuff. Good thing I have this tripod, and I can move stuff around while I'm doing that. So let me just set this up. I'm going to have to bring in the light, because as you can see, it's kind of dark here. So I'll get right back with you guys. I'm right here where the router's at. And we shouldn't have any weak signal anymore. So let me go get my light, and I'll be right back. And I should bring my other what do you call it? Other laptop. Alright guys, I'm just setting up the lighting right now. The same lighting that I had in my little office, my little home office. Had to grab my Apple real quick so I can just have that as a reference. Okay guys, boom, look at that. All right, so let me set this up correctly because I'm broadcasting from my Samsung S7, and that's plugged in. Okay, let me make sure that power is over there, and we'll get right back to it. Okay. All right, you guys are still there. Cool. Now, what I need to do is turn off that backlight over there. Hold on. You guys are probably laughing right now. All right, cool. Now, that backlight is what makes things go. I've learned a few tricks while being a broadcaster. I will be right back. Let me go get my lapel mic real quick. Got the lapel mic. All right, so let me plug in this lapel mic because when I'm here in the family room, it has some echo into it because of the hardwood floors. So my voice bounces off. So let me put this lapel mic in, guys. A lot of you guys ask what type of equipment I use. This equipment piece right here is called Lav Plus for smartphones. And with this Lav Plus, it's strictly designed for cell phones. And I'm gonna plug this in, and you guys tell me if you can hear me. Okay, so I am back again. All right, guys, can you hear me? Just say yes, no, say clear or not clear if you can hear me. I have my lapel mic in, and hopefully you're not getting any feedback or anything like that. Hear me clearly? Okay, cool. All right, so good thing. So now the broadcast should not be tripping, even though I have a very top of the line router. I have an Asus 32 AC 3200, which is a quad brand router. Actually, it's a tri-band router. So sometimes the signal trips up. Anyways, that's whole nother subject. So back to what we were talking about. We were talking about why should we support Samsung as the Note7 Rebels? And I posed that question to you guys. I said that I did not want to make a major move without the support of the community and which direction we should go in. At first, we were going to, this is before the incident with Samsung, we were going to rename our name to just Note Rebels because we did know that there's a new Note 8 coming out, and it will no longer be a Note 7, and there's going to be a Note 8, and we wanted to help support people on that, and we wanted to go with the same theme. But then we started to think, why are we going to go with the same theme if Samsung doesn't want to support our movement? They don't care about us. They don't listen to us and stuff of that nature. So why are we going to continue in that vein? So we posted a poll up, and actually I think I'm going to pull up that poll. The majority of you guys voted that you did not want to keep Note Rebels. Okay. And during this whole process, we stated that there was going to be two communities that we were going to support. We were going to do Note Rebels. We're going to change our name to Note Rebels. And then we were also going to do another separate community called Android Av. But this was before we said that we were Samsung loyalists. So we said, oh, we love Samsung. We're Samsung loyalists. We're so enthusiastic about Samsung. We love Samsung. Then we come to find out Samsung doesn't give a damn about us. So then I posed a question, like I said, in the group and said, should we rename ourselves to Note Rebels and keep Android Av as well? Or should we just say, forget Samsung and go straight over to Android Av and have a Note7Rebels section? Most of you guys that participated in that poll said that we should forget Samsung in our name, anything dealing with Samsung, and go with Android Av, but still have a Note7Rebels section. Well, that is what we have decided to do, and I am currently working in the background to make that happen. I will give an exact date of when we will be releasing AndroidAv.com. That's going to be AndroidAve.com coming soon. I'm going to pull up that poll. I want to see the actual votes on that poll that we created. Okay, and after I find that, guys, then, okay, here we go. I'm going to make it go up to the top again so you guys can see it. If those that didn't participate, you can see the results. Okay, so in the poll, we had 96 plus people voted to transition to Android Av with a Note7Rebels form inside. Then the rest of you guys keep Android Av and change to Note Rebels. There was only 14 plus votes. And then we had a humorous option on that, which was keep promoting Samsung even though they don't care about us. There was only one person that voted for that. So as you can see, mainly everyone in the group said, let's evolve and transition to Android Av. So that's what we're going to do. We already have the .com. We already have all of our social accounts, and that's what we'll be doing pretty soon within the next couple of weeks. With that being said, we're going to now open it up to questions and answers. David, that doesn't, viewers come and go. That doesn't fade. That does not faze me. It'll go right back up again. There's so many people that jump in and jump out. David, there is a question and answer period. Why is this signal getting weak? I'm right here by the doggone router. Okay, there's a question and answer period. Everybody knows how I broadcast. So when I say it's now opened up for questions, then you can ask questions at that point. If you ask any questions before the time that I say you can now ask questions, I have not seen what you've said. I don't focus in on the screen. So now I will say it is now open to questions and answers. So any questions you guys would like to ask at this point, I will now answer your questions. So go ahead and shoot. I'm open. I'm ready to answer the questions. This is now the Q&A part of the broadcast. All right. Who's got a question? I know it's going to be a little late in time before you guys get over to me saying that this is now the Q&A period. So I'm going to wait. That's another thing that I do not like about broadcasting on Facebook is too latent. IMEI number and ESN number going to be blocked. No. In the United States, they can't block us in the U.S., but in other countries they can. But not in the U.S. The only thing that they can do, kind of like what Verizon did, is reroute calls and stuff like that, but they can't cut off service. Even with that notice out to the general public, they stated that they will reroute any regular calls to customer service, but any 911 calls they cannot reroute because that is against the law for them to do. So hopefully that answers your question. They cannot block a phone off of their network because it's against FCC laws here in the United States. Tracy, what about hotlining? What are you referring to, Tracy, when you're saying hotlining? I don't really understand that question. But to go back to what I did say about Verizon, if you're a Verizon customer, like I stated on, I think my last broadcast or the broadcast before, if you're a Verizon customer, you should do what I did. I left Verizon for T-Mobile, and T-Mobile still puts through all of my calls on my Note 7. I don't have any problems. They don't bombard me with returning my phone. They don't harass me on what to do. If you were on that broadcast when I called T-Mobile customer service, it only took less than 60 seconds for me to talk to somebody live, and a person that was from the U.S., not outside country or somewhere else. T-Mobile was awesome, and if you're being harassed by Verizon or Verizon is redirecting your calls, jump off their service. You don't have to put up with them. You can go to a whole nother carrier. You can go to AT&T, you can go to Sprint, you can go to Verizon, which still allows you to place calls on their network. In today's market, you have many choices, especially in the U.S. Okay, Isabel, if easy has worked, then don't change it. Yes, exactly. Don't change it. You don't need to change it if you have something that's already been working. Hotlining is what Verizon did. Will others carriers follow suit? Well, as I know for T-Mobile loves the business. They love the income. So they're not stupid enough to do that. And they haven't done that, and they haven't harassed their customers. I'm a T-Mobile customer. I have not had that done. Switching to T-Mobile from Verizon, do I need to be concerned about T-Mobile pushing the update to me? Yes, on any carrier, on any U.S. carrier, you do still need to be concerned about the update. So you still want to have a packet disabler installed to Curtis Ratburn. But when you do go to T-Mobile, as we stated on that last broadcast, make sure you go into the T-Mobile store, and it's totally fine. I demonstrated that as we called T-Mobile over the phone in my last broadcast, and I asked the guy, I said, hey, can I open up a line without having a phone with me? And he said, yes, you surely can. All you got to do is go into a T-Mobile store and say, hey, you know what? I want to open a line. I don't have the phone on me. I want the T-Mobile One plan. Just give me the SIM card and I will install the phone later. They will open up that line for you, run a credit check or whatever they need to do, get you up and going without having a phone. So you can do that at a T-Mobile store. All you have to do is go to a T-Mobile store and do it in that manner. Do not take your Note 7 phone right there in front of them and say, hey, I want to activate this Note 7 on your network. Don't do that. That's totally not smart. Okay, I won't say dumb, but it's not smart to do that. Don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. Back to that old saying. Okay, I have had easy since the beginning, still staying strong. That's awesome, Jesse. Any update on the package disabler app? Geo, man, if you were here in the beginning of the broadcast, you would know that I gave everybody an update on our package disabler app, explained to them why it's taken so long for us to come out with the app, which has only been 1 month so far, and gave everybody a preview of what the app would look like. If you're now just tuning into the broadcast, I would behoove you, after the broadcast is done, to go ahead and rewind back to the beginning so you can see all the stuff that I did cover. I don't really want to repeat myself. I will be syndicating this video on the YouTube channels, on my YouTube channel personally, and on Note7Rebels. So if you miss anything, you can go back over it and watch the video, as well as Facebook. You'll be able to watch the video too. So we did cover that. We plan on releasing the app this Friday, so you want to make sure you tune into that broadcast, because I will be doing it live and releasing the app live. It is time sensitive. However, once Samsung finds out that the app is being used, we will be cut off sooner or later, just like any packet disable app. So hopefully that answers your question, Geo Man. Raymond Hernandez, if Verizon reroutes my calls, I'm a reroute my damn business, period. Exactly. That's what I said in the last broadcast. I wish they would try to reroute my calls. I will reroute my business. Man, don't you just love people that try? Who is calling me? People just love calling me while I'm broadcasting. Okay. Yes, that's what I said. I'll reroute my business. Okay, what is Sprint planning on doing to Note 7 users? I don't know. I don't stay up with Sprint. It would behoove you to ask that question inside the group. We do have some Sprint users inside of the group. However, I can tell you what T-Mobile is doing, and I know exactly what Verizon has done, seeing from all the stuff that's been in the group. Hopefully that answers your question, Randy. Hey, Jay, I picked up another N7 is asking for an update. Can I install the disabler if the update has not gone through yet? Chado, if I were you, I would try to take that phone back to 100%, because you're going to get the most effectiveness out of it. If you have that update that's pending and trying to install, it will eventually force itself on you. Make sure that you follow the instructions that are on our Note7Rebels forums website. It'll show you how to get back to 100%. If you do need one-on-one help, we do have that service for you. It is $125 flat fee. It's totally refundable, 100% refundable to you if we can't get you back to 100%. So you have options that you can do, but I would not leave it in the state that it's in. Make sure you get yourself back to 100% and protect it. When our app is out, you'll want to be able to have that this Friday. So make sure you tune in on that broadcast and make sure you get yourself back to 100%. It's not a good thing for you to be where you're at right now. So hopefully that answers your question, Chado. Tracy, Mary are ordering T-Mobile Sims online also. Many are ordering T-Mobile Sims online. That's awesome, Tracy, to know that people are ordering T-Mobile Sims online. That's great. I did not know you could do that. But if you guys can do that and you want to switch over from Verizon to T-Mobile, go ahead and go online and get yourself a SIM like Tracy had just mentioned. All right, so other questions. I'm going to disguise my Note 7 with a masking tape. Exactly. Like I said in the last broadcast, put a ski mask on it and go into the store and you'll be just okay. Is your hairstyle motivated by Antonio Brown? David Pritchard. No, it's motivated by me. I have my own little hairstyle that I do with my do. It's just J-Boss motivated. Good question, David. I know you're trying to get some humor out of it, but no, I do my own hairstyle. Sometimes I'll just put gel in my hair, make it curly. Sometimes I'll just let it without gel and it'll be straight fro. So I go back in between. Today is the gel day, as you can see. Anyways, I got in late. My bad, John Diaz. No problem. Jay, do I need to disable anything on T-Mobile before putting their SIM card in? Before putting your SIM card in, yes. Well, if you're coming over from another carrier, there's not going to be anything that you need to disable on that phone. So let's say if you're on Verizon, you're not going to need to disable anything on that phone because it was a Verizon phone traditionally. And the reason why we disable anything that's carrier related on that phone is because that's where the phone originated. But however, if you're going over to T-Mobile from Verizon, there won't be anything that you need to disable from T-Mobile because you don't have those stock apps installed on that phone. So hopefully that answers your question, Curtis. Okay, Tracy. Jay, I and many also ordered their T-Mobile Sims online. That's great. It's great to hear. That's another option instead of going into the store. If you guys can order the Sims online and then install, that'd be great. You'll be satisfied over at the T-Mobile service, as I demonstrated to you guys before. On their customer service is awesome. It only took me less than 60 seconds to talk to somebody, and that's anytime I call T-Mobile. It only takes me 60 seconds to talk to someone at T-Mobile. Actually, I will demonstrate that to you once more again in this broadcast real quick. I ordered the T-Mobile SIM card online and got it in 2 days. Activation took 5 minutes. Very easy. Awesome, Tommy Hunter. I wish I could get referral credit for telling you guys about T-Mobile and referring everybody in the group to T-Mobile. That would be nice. But I'm a nice guy, so I just did it for free. All right, so let me skip. Thanks, Jay. Tommy, you're welcome. Chado, Tommy's instructions really need to be pinned. Okay, let our moderators know, Tracy, and then we'll try to highlight the instructions if it is relevant. Carter, I haven't heard anything yet. Just the updates in the loss of $100 Samsung was giving. That's Randy. Okay, just messing with you. Oh, man, I'm so behind. Okay, all right. But don't need to tell your others activating a Note 7. Yeah, don't tell them that you're activating a Note 7. That's for sure. So all the Note 7s are SIMs unlocked already. From my understanding, most Note 7s are unlocked, and you can use another carrier inside of Note 7. What happens on Verizon side, once I put in my T-Mobile SIM card, I have other lines with Verizon. Well, if you have other lines with Verizon, all you have to do is cancel that line, Kimberly. That does not cancel your account unless you're moving all lines over to T-Mobile. If you want to move that over to T-Mobile, you should be fine, and it won't touch any of your other accounts. As long as you don't move the whole account over to T-Mobile, you won't have any interference on your other lines that reside on Verizon. Okay, put a Tommy's T-Mobile SIM instructions in the Files tab. Okay. First, I'd like to thank you again, Jay, for all you've done. I'm with Verizon, and my question is, if I purchase a SIM adapter to switch my Note 7 over to old S4, will the Verizon network see my phone? Will the Verizon network see... Wait. Purchase adapter to switch my Note 7 over to my old S4, will the Verizon network see the phone as an S4 and not reroute my calls? Yes, that's a good question, Corey Jones. Yes, they will not reroute your calls if it's an S4, because remember, all your phones are identified by the IMEI number, which is the serial number of your phone. Their network, that's how they're able to identify and reroute your calls to say, hey, this is the Note 7. So when the call is made, it'll say, hey, this IMEI number is trying to make a call. The system will say, hey, this is a Note 7. No, we're going to reroute that to customer service. So when you do change that SIM card over to your old S4, you will be able to make calls. They are discriminating against any phone that has a IMEI number that's a Note 7. So hopefully that answers your question, Corey. You can also vacation a line at VZ for up to 3 months a year. Yeah, you can also do that. You can vacation a line. And if you have anybody in your family, this is on any carrier that I know of. If you have T-Mobile, or if you have Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, you can do vacation. But what's even better, if you have anybody that's in the military that's in your family, whether it be the Navy, the Air Force, or U.S. Marines, any of that, you can put it on what's called deployment leave if they are in the military, and that's indefinite. So that's basically, you can restore that line whenever you want to, but it has to be somebody that's currently deployed for you to be able to do that. So that option is available to you as well. So you can go beyond the 3 months if somebody that you have in your family is on deployment, and you can do that indefinitely. Okay. Raymond Hernandez, hey Jay, I plan to fly to the Bay in 2 weeks. Are the Note 7 still banned from flying? Yes, they are still banned, but however, I will tell you this. I was able to fly with my Note 7 because I buried it inside of my technology bag, and I had so much stuff inside of that technology bag that they didn't go and scrutinize everything in it, so it was buried inside of there. I didn't have the phone on. It was turned off. It was inside the bag, and I was able to get through. But I'm not encouraging you to do that because it's against the law. But however, there are ways getting around things. So there you go. Or you can put it in on your check bag, turn off the phone, put it in your check bag, put it in a lockbox or something, and put it in your checked bag, and that's the way you can get it. But yeah, there are ways around. I'm not encouraging you to do that because there are fines and stuff like that. I just wanted to see if I could actually get through and actually do it, and I did do it. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. What other questions you guys might have? I was going to do something. I totally forgot what I was going to do. Most of you guys may know that for you guys joining the broadcast, I brought the poll back up to the existing threads in our group. You can still vote on it, but the majority of the vote inside of the group is that we will be changing our name to Android Av with a Note7Rebels section in it. Go check out the post in the group. It's a poll that I did asking everyone in the group what we should do. So we will be, it's banned and you risk jail and big fine. Yes, you do. You do risk jail and big time. That is true. I'm not encouraging that, but however, I was able to get past all of the crazy stuff. So I'm totally forgetting what else I wanted to mention to you guys. We did mention the app earlier. We mentioned transitioning over to AndroidAv.com. We mentioned the app disabler coming out on Friday, hopefully with no bugs. We mentioned the methodology of how disabler apps work. Hopefully you guys were able to be educated on that. If you missed that, go ahead and rewind this broadcast back to the beginning, and you will get that pertinent knowledge that I told everyone on how to do that. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Right before I end this broadcast, you guys should have reminded me. Come on, man. You're off the ball here. I wanted to show everyone how fast it is for me to get customer service without pressing any buttons on my T-Mobile customer service. And I displayed this to you guys last broadcast and showed you how lightning fast it was for me to get into customer service. Okay, this is my Note 7. I'm going to call T-Mobile customer service on my Note 7. As you can see, I'm at 100%. Where is it at? 100%. I'm going to call 611 and let you guys listen, and I guarantee you it'll be quick. Oh, I'm on airplane mode. Okay, let me turn off airplane mode and make a call. All right, so 611. All right, calling customer service, speakerphone. Here we go.
T-Mobile. To make a payment, say payment,
No,
or press 1.
I don't have to
For help
say
with
anything just to
troubleshooting
get to
network
customer
or
service.
handset-related
If I don't
issues,
say anything,
troubleshoot,
they'll
or
move me
press
to
2.
customer service.
Or simply stay on the line, and I'll get you over to a representative who can help.
20 seconds so far.
I'll get you right over to a representative who can help. Hold on.
See, I didn't have to press no buttons. I didn't have to go.
This call may be recorded for quality and training purposes.
I didn't have to go through 1,000,001 things. just to get the customer service.
Thank you for calling T-Mobile Business Care. My name's Ryan. Can I have your first and last name, please?
Yeah, Ryan, this is Jay, boss. I was just doing a demonstration to some friends of mine and letting them know how fast you guys pick up on your customer service line. And that was awesome. You guys actually answered the phone call within 40 seconds.
Oh, great. Well, that's always a good thing. That's good. That's what you're trying to show off.
Yes. I'm just showing off T-Mobile right now, letting them know how good you guys are. So this is actually, this is not going to be a call for you to do anything, but thanks for participating, and I appreciate your service.
Hey, no problem at all. Well, thank you for your business. You take care.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Boom! Once again, I showed you guys 2 weeks ago, under 40 seconds, I got into customer service. I didn't have to press any buttons. Done. Can you say that about Verizon? Can you say that about Sprint? Can you say that about AT&T? I don't think so. If I was not able to do that, I would not boast on it, and I wouldn't say that I can talk to somebody with an understandable dialect of English, clearly understanding what they're saying. Okay? T-Mobile. Boom. Mic drop. All right, guys. We are... You guys see my connection get weak again? See? My next broadcast will be on Periscope. So if you're not following me on Twitter, you're not going to be alerted when I broadcast. I'm tired of this doggone Facebook saying weak connection signal. I'm right here by my doggone router, and it still said weak connection signal. I moved all the way out of my office just to come here in the family room where the router is at, and I'm right across the router, and it's telling me I got a weak connection signal. I know it ain't me. It's Facebook now. So guys, you want to tune in to my next broadcast tomorrow. I will be broadcasting tomorrow, 12:30. Won't be 12:30. Well, I will be broadcasting 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're on the East Coast, that's 5 o'clock your time. And if you are Central Time, that's going to be 4 o'clock your time. And if you're on Mountain Standard Time, that's going to be 3 o'clock your time. So I will be broadcasting 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. Make sure you tune in on Periscope. As you guys can see, I lost a lot of people watching me on this broadcast because of the stupid doggone connection from Facebook that keeps jacking up. Not good. Not good. Just so I can double check and make sure that this is not a problem from my network. I'm going to do a speed test from my Note 7, and we're going to see if it's truly Facebook or if it's truly me. Now, I have the top of the line high-speed internet that you can possibly get in my area. I'm on Facebook with my Wi-Fi on my phone, and it delays, buffers a lot. When I switch to my cell phone service on my Verizon network, it will delay and not buffer. That sucks. So yeah, Facebook, y'all need to get it together, man, because your broadcast is not motivating broadcasters like me to stay on that network. Not a good look at all, and it's latent. So a lot of times when I'm telling you guys something, you don't get it until a minute later, which sucks. Okay, I'm going to do a speed test. All of you guys should get this app. If you don't have this app already, go to the App Store and download Speed Test. Speedtest.net app. Okay, I'm going to test my internet connection. And I have a 300 meg connection, and sometimes it's a little slower than that. Sometimes it's a little slower than that when you're doing it over Wi-Fi, but I'm going to show you guys the results because I know it's not my internet connection that's having this problem. It's obviously what do you call it? Facebook that's tripping. Oh, wait a minute. Let me do the speed test real quick. Change server. I'm going to show you guys how fast my service is. Is it Tierra? Okay. Test again. Yeah, Verizon works better for me too. Oh man, I got a lot of stuff open. Close. All right. Any more questions while I am performing a speed test for you guys? Change server. Woo. Any questions at this point? I will be ending the broadcast pretty soon. Okay, I've been broadcasting about an hour and 21 minutes. Okay, this is a little on the low side, but I just tested my speed test, and I'm getting 124 megs down. Usually I get 300 megs down and about 40 up. I got the highest speed that you can get on an internet connection in this area. That's about half of what I'm getting, but all you need is 30 megs down and 15 up to get a good connection. I have 30 megs up, so there should be no problem with my broadcast. So I know it's on the Facebook side. Okay, guys. Well, we are looking at 7:52 right now. No, 6:52 Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be ending the broadcast if there's no other questions within the next 2 minutes or 3. And we'll see you guys when I broadcast tomorrow. However, I'm not going to be using Facebook Live. So if you want to tune in to me, you'll have to go over to Facebook. I mean, not Facebook. You'll have to go over to Twitter and follow me on Twitter. And you'll be able to see my live broadcast on Periscope. I will be broadcasting on Periscope tomorrow live at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you go over to Note7Rebels.com, become a part of the movement. All of the information and resources that you need is on our website in our forums. Many members have asked questions and have been answered. Any how-to tutorials, you can go through those for free. If you need one-on-one support, make sure you become a part of the Donors Club and submit a ticket. If you need to be reloaded back to 100% and you don't know how to do it and you want somebody else to do it for you, we do have that remote reload service as a 100% money back guarantee. If we can't reload your phone back to 100%, you will get your phone, your money back. And there's only been one person that we've had a problem with, and they were at 0%. And obviously they got their money back because we do provide a 100% guarantee to you as the end customer. Make sure you follow Note7Rebels on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, JBoss at JBoss. Follow me on YouTube, Tech Talks with JBoss, and you will be in the know. I once again will say thanks for tuning into the broadcast and being part of the movement, Note7Rebels. We will be changing our name over to Android Av pretty soon. You will be notified. We have a set time to be releasing our app on Friday. So tune into that broadcast. I will be broadcasting from Periscope. You're welcome, Lance. Lance is a platinum donor. Thanks, Lance, for being a part of the movement. Hopefully, you found those shirts and that hoodie that you got to be in a good condition, and hopefully you're rocking the Note7Rebels t-shirt and hoodie. Until next time, guys, may the force of the S Pen be with you. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 2:30 Pacific Standard Time on Periscope. Follow me on Twitter if you want to be notified when I launch. I will also be pushing that link into the group as well as on Twitter. You guys have a nice evening, and may God bless you. Deuces.